researchers Igor Nikitin and Victoria Nikitin-Shin are trying to find answers to historical questions that had a significant influence on the modern world. This story is connected with the ambitions of great conquerors, with great achievements, and with the spread of the Holy Scriptures. The lives of the participants of those events were surrounded by many legends. We're trying to find the answer to one of the most intricate mysteries of history, to reveal the secret of Cleopatra and learn how this notorious mistress of Egypt influenced our life today.
Cleopatra. Years of life 69 to 30 BC. Full name Cleopatra the Seventh Philopator.
Cleopatra impressed her contemporaries. Her enemies told unbelievable stories about her. Many experts are forced to retell the legends started by her enemies. We draw our information about Cleopatra from the films, which are filled with false fables.
Who was this woman who was able to charm the most influential men of her time? And what did she use her power over men for?
To find the answer to this question, researchers did not travel to a huge metropolis, but to the small village of Bergama, on the territory of modern Turkey, with a population of about 50,000 people. Many Bergama residents are farmers. They need lime to cultivate their land. To get this material, peasants burn many tons of marble. And they often find ancient sculptures and columns among the debris. Where did those colossal marble statues come from? The territory of the village of Bergama used to be one of the most powerful and richest centers in the world, Pergamum. The city was founded by the Greeks in the 12th century BC. A new impetus for the development was in the 3rd century after the conquest of Alexander the Great. Thanks to the efficient management of his heirs, it was considered the 3rd largest city of the ancient world, after Rome and Alexandria. There were built palaces and temples. Medicine and writing flourished. One of the proofs of Pergamum's wealth was in Constantinople, at the Church of Saint Sophia. These pitchers found in Pergamum were filled with gold. Just imagine the riches of the city, if 3 man-sized marble pitchers were filled with gold and treasures. It is among these ruins of Pergamum, in the Turkish village of Bergamo, Igor and Victoria Nikitin are trying to find the answer to the question, who was Queen Cleopatra? Surprisingly, the answer does not lie in the remnants of the majestic temples. It is in the name of the city itself, which is close to the well-known word pergament, or parchment. In this place, there was a famous Pergamum library. It was created in the 2nd century BC, and there were 20,000 folios with the work of Greek scholars and manuscripts on medicine. After the conquest of Alexander the Great, in new Greek cities, libraries were not just storage archives, but research centers and places of nourishing state elites. Rulers of different cities competed with one another not only in power, but also in education. Our researchers continued to search for the answer to the question, who was Cleopatra? The search led them to the city of Pergamum, which is where the Egyptian queen centered her aspiration and ambition. Pergamum acquired worldwide fame and popularity thanks to its unique library. How is the Pergamum library related to the life of the most famous woman in antiquity? The answer to this question lies in the origin of the queen. How was the ruler of Egypt, Cleopatra, not Egyptian. How, then, was she able to sit on the throne of mighty Egypt? Cleopatra did not have a drop of Egyptian blood, but it was her true origin that determined the way of her life as the mistress of Egypt. Even her name reflects part of her mission in life. In Greek, Cleopatris means glory of the Father. Yes, you heard that right. Greek. She was Greek and came from the noble family of the Ptolemies. Ptolemy was a comrade-in-arms of one of the most famous people in history, Alexander the Great. Alexander of Macedonia, better known as Alexander the Great, years of life from 356 to 323 BC. A brilliant commander, he ascended the throne at the age of 20, established a number of large cities, created one of the largest states in the history of mankind. It stretched from Asia Minor to the borders of India, and from the Black Sea to the deserts of the Arabian Peninsula. The life of this great conqueror is full of legends. It is not surprising, because he felt himself to be a god, the son of Zeus. Alexander was not only a great warrior, but also a patron of knowledge. His teacher was the famous philosopher Aristotle. Even during his campaigns, Alexander did not part with the volume of Elise, given to him by Aristotle. At the age of 30, Alexander succeeded in conquering nearly the entire known world at the time. This brilliant commander died shortly after concluding his great conquests. Disciple of Aristotle, Alexander of Macedonia, looked at his life as a divine mission. He decided to enrich the people with knowledge and philosophy, connect them with the help of roads, and give the people an opportunity to communicate and trade freely. It meant creating a unified world, a world that no one could ever have imagined before him.
Мир, который до Александра никто не мог даже представить.